Alright, we're going to continue talking about cell references, the fill handle, formatting cells, and also what happens when you change the values of a cell in this video. So in the last video we had just completed putting in a copy from the formula in B18, and we copied its formula into C18 using the fill handle. Now remember, when you use that fill handle, you would go over to the bottom right corner, and you would see this little box here at the bottom right corner. Move your cursor over that box and it changes to this plus sign. This shows that you have the fill handle. You press down on the fill handle and drag across to the next cell, and the next cell will get this dashed black outline. You let go and it will then copy your formula. You highlight you select that particular cell, and you can see in the formula box that we did copy the formula now showing D9 minus D17. So we don't just have to do this for one cell at a time. We can grab this cell handle, this fill handle, and drag that across and do many cells at once. And each of those cells will then get the same formula copied to it. And you notice, by looking at the formula box, you notice that each cell is using the appropriate column, but it's always on row 9 and row 17. Okay, so that discusses the fill handle. Now we're going to talk about formatting the cells. We've talked about formatting cells before, but we're just going to make sure that that each of these cells is using no decimal places for the numbers. So we go up to our menu bar to where it says Format. Click on Format, and we want to format cells. We click on that, and we get this dialog box right here. We want to make sure that we are, since we're talking about, in this case, it's just using money, so we make sure that it's selecting currency, and we are not showing any decimal places. Well, supposing we want to show 2 decimal places, we just change it to 2 decimal places, and you can see in the sample that the decimal place was added, and 2 decimal places are added after that decimal point. We click on OK, and each of the cells that we had selected now has the 2 decimal places shown. We're actually going to go back again and correct that. We didn't actually want this, but we wanted to show it as a just to show you how formatting cells works. Again, we have currency. We want to change in this box. We can even just type into this box 0 decimal places. Click OK, and we're back here with no decimal places in our values. The last thing we want to do is just to show you what happens when you do change the value of a cell. Now each of these cells in cell D9 and in D17 are being calculated by the other cells in its particular section. So if I was to change, say, D8 from a 0 to, say, 2500 and hit equal, hit enter, watch what happens in both D9 and in D18. You notice that D9 changed to this value here, D18 changed to this value here.